Hello everybody, welcome on into baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. I'm Sean. 5 nights a week at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can catch fresh games of baseball inside the PlayStation 2 version of MLB 11 The Show. This game broke me before I broke it, but we're still having fun doing it. Tonight we have 4 games of action for you, and as per usual, I closed out of my notepad and restarted my computer, and it didn't reload, or it didn't open it. Orioles Red Sox, Brewers Reds, White Sox Twins, Rangers, Mariners, so a little more AL slant today. We're going to go to Seattle for what it actually looks to be a pretty good matchup. Texas 6-4 is 7, Seattle 7-2. As always, that will be our grand finale. So let's jump in and let's watch some baseball. Bam, there we are. View today's games. Orioles and Red Sox. The Orioles 3-7. The Red Sox 7-3. As we get ready to rock here. Here's your batting average rankings. Milwaukee all the way at the bottom with 200. St. Louis at number 1. Cincinnati, Houston. Oh, we'll see the number 2 and the number 30. No, yeah. Whoa, that is a discrepancy. The number 2 batting average team taking on the number 30 batting average team. Again, I wrote down all of the games, and then just that's the wrong thing. Wrote down all the games, and then I went ahead and just spun the wheel. Oh, I don't think they have that big Red Sox logo on the wall anymore. Probably an advertisement for Bet ESPN or something like that. God, those CGI ads are so ugly. I forget what series. It was the Brewers series, I think. Yeah, it must have been, because that was the NL side, which was on HBO Max or whatever. HBO Max, Max to Max HBO. Jason Bartlett, player to watch. 308 average. No home runs, no RBIs. It's like he is playing shortstop. We'll get that lineup in a little bit. John Jay is going to lead off. John Jay, Jingleheimer Schmidt, the designated hitter. Luis Castillo, not the pitcher, the second baseman. Evan Longoria at third. Rick Ankiel in left. Derek Lee at first. Corey Harden right. Miguel Montero, the catcher. Asdrubal Cabrera, shortstop. And Corey Patterson, the center fielder, to round out the Baltimore Orioles starting lineup. To round out my thought, that HBO Max logo and the batter's eye is heinous. It is so ugly. It's so dumb. I don't need to be assaulted with logos and ads every second of my life. Kevin Millwood's on the mound. He has 1 win, 1 loss with a 3.0 ERA. 6 innings with 2 games. 8.36 walks. Nope. Hits, walks, strikeouts. Darn. 8.36? I had that right. Hits, walks, strikeouts. Darn. Happy Friday to those of you celebrating. Celebrating a Friday. I haven't celebrated a true Friday in a long time. Last time was when I worked at my warehouse job, as this one is fouled back. Friday. 3:30 or whatever time. It's me going, deuces. Sometimes you leave early. You're like, look, I really got to go see the premiere showing of this movie. I got things to do. 0-2. Who laughed? Why? That was aggressive. Pitcher winds and fires someone inside. Looked like might hit him there, but it was a curveball. I saw some highlights of some just disgusting Clayton Kershaw curveballs today. Good God. That one is a strike called on the outside part of the plate. Had him 0-2. That one looks like it just got the edge of the plate. That's a tight call, but to borrow a phrase from MLB The Show 25, it's a spot that you have to protect. You cannot let the umpire make that call. I don't think they say anything close to that, but we felt good when we started the sentence. So one away here for Baltimore in the top of the first. That one is in for a strike. They announced, I think I mentioned it in yesterday's video, but they did announce MLB The Show 26 yesterday. So I talked about it for 40 minutes. I finished up the stream yesterday and I thought, I'll talk about this blog post. Surely it won't be that long. And then I looked at the recording time and I went, oof. Someone knows how to yap. Then I recorded a video today and it was like, oh man, someone sure knows how to yap. 1-2. That one sails high, so 2-2. Oh, Minecraft not loading. Minecraft not loading correctly. For the Beeb, who's hanging out in here in the room with me today. It's because you have some of those packs. Full count. The righty on the mound winds and fires. That is hit to the second baseman. He'll fire over to first, and that is out number 2. Oh, the Dragon Ball Z pack. Everybody get your Dragon Ball Z packs. Oh, that's not a touchscreen monitor, my dear. Beep bop boop bop boop bop. 2 away here for Baltimore. That pitch is low for a ball. 1-0. There was a good comment that pointed out that with the focus on... I'll reply to her. I'll reply to her right now, live on the internet. Huh? I got a comment from one of the regulars on talking about last year. They only decided to go next gen systems halfway through development, which I did not realize. I also didn't read this comment super in depth because I got up this morning and went to work. Graphics and animations should drastically improve since they know from the start it will be next gen consoles only. Which is a terrific point. I didn't even think about that. I didn't realize that the next gen was decided so late. That's a great point. Hopefully, I mean, I agree, because like graphics and animations should drastically improve. Oh, that's a line around into that. Ooh, that's going to get all the way into that corner. That was almost when the DVD thing goes around. If that ball could have hit right in the corner out there, would have been a bunch of millennial serotonin. Hopefully, the next gen decision makes it a little, I don't know. I want to believe, but at a certain point, there is code on top of code on top of code on top of code. It's the same problem that Madden has. You look at 2K and the way that it's designed, it's like, well, if the city's too small, then you don't have a need to buy the go-kart. It's like, well, yeah, you don't need to buy a go-kart. But they have to make their microtransaction money. We'll get off the topic. I just appreciated the comment. It'll be interesting to play MLB The Show 26 and see if we can pick up any differences between 25. Because for as much, and that's a nice stop at second, and gets him out by a couple of steps. Thought that was going to be a closer play at first base. Baltimore picks up a hit. And go Mariners. Smoke coming up second. As we take a look, Christian Liu, I believe. Liu? Center fielder leads off. Justin Smoke switch hitting first baseman. Next, followed by Jason Hayward in right field. Carlos Lee in left. Adrian Beltre on third base. George Cantu, the designated hitter. Blake DeWitt at second. Benji Molina, the catcher, and Jason Bartlett, the shortstop, who was our player to watch and was indeed the shortstop. But hey, if the game plays smoother, it plays smoother. Oh, Ubaldo Jimenez, 0-2 with a 10.80 ERA in 2 starts. He's only gone 3.1 innings pitched. He's given up 5 hits, walked 1, and struck out 3. Wow. Wonder what kind of... Such a... yeah, that's where I'm really excited about those ERAs and stuff. Hello? Well, I really want to hit that I when I see his name. That is in, high and inside for a strike. Nice pitch to open up the switch hitter. I believe it was 2 switch hitters at the top of the lineup. Pitcher readies. Drops that one for a foul ball. I really threw myself off with that sentence. Did it load okay for you? Alright. That one stays high. Minecraft is loaded. Welcome on in, everybody. That is hit out towards the... Oh, it's not. It's drifting the other way. Slices to the left, right to the right fielder's glove. That's out number 1. Pesky's pole. I hope you enjoy MLB 09 on the PS3. Turns out I have a copy of that on PS2 that I forgot I bought. So that's good news for me. Justin Smoke of the Seattle Mariners playing for the Boston Red Sox. Batter number 2. Low and inside, strike 1.
Oh, interesting.
What's interesting?
Oh,
Just watch. Oh. Weird. One and one with 1 away. That pitch misses low to make it 2-1. Righty is ready. Catcher sets up outside as he winds and fires. That is left over the heart of the plate. Smoke puts a good right into this one, but similar to the previous at-bat, it looks pretty good and then just curves to the left. It's a good sound coming off the bat, but we're often tricked by that. They only had like 3 sound effects, okay? This is a PlayStation 2. Can't have more than 3 sound effects. So with 2 away and nobody on, the right-handed pitcher faces yet another batter from the left side. That one stays high. One and one. That one is just barely hit. Somehow it's going to stay way up in the air. Catcher makes his move and puts it away for out number 3. So Baltimore with 1 hit. They did nothing with it. Boston goes down in order. And it's 0-0 as we head to the second. Lee, Hart, and Montero coming to the plate for the Orioles. And Derek Lee, 3 RBIs. 3 runs. RBI. And a pretty good looking average early on in the season. Especially because, you know, you're guaranteed 7 at-bats, I guess, as the home team. Because you have to get 1 run to lead or whatever. That is hit, but foul. Third baseman takes a peek, but it was way out of play. So it's 0-2. Bit of a pitcher's duel here to start things off. That one's low. Here comes the 1-2. Catcher sets up inside. That is foul at the third base line. Here comes the pitch. It is lined into center field. This will be a single. He's taking the wide turnaround first, but holds up. As the center fielder is right there. And a good throw in. Helps out a little bit. Corey Hart, 437 average with a couple of home runs, a couple stolen bases, 5 RBI on the season. Big swing and a miss over the top. One on and nobody out here with an 0-1 count. That curveball shockingly got the zone. That looked low to me, but must have crossed the plate in a prime spot. 0-2. That one's well outside and misses for a ball. That's a good eye by the hitter. Doubled up on that curveball. Got a better call than the pitch probably warranted for strike 2. Get some swing in there, and then went back to it. Way to lay off it, but strikes out on the following pitch. That one was off the plate. It's a ball if you take it. Oof, Miguel Montero. That is such a steep drop. 400 average to 0.71. So 1 on and 1 out. One good pitch can induce a ground ball double play. Get out of the inning. Instead, that drifts in for a strike taken. How is the world of sports doing today? Take a little look around the leagues. There's 3 football games happening right now. This one's knocked out to center. They're going to work station to station. Center fielder's been on it. He's had good jumps. Made sure to keep the hits that have come to him to just singles. As Drupal Cabrera with a 455 average. And they gave up that hit to a guy batting under 100. So Tulane and Memphis. That is a terrific color matchup in the college football ranks. USC Northwestern. Houston UCF. Oof. Cleveland demolished Washington 148 to 114. Gross. That is hit. They are going to have to just take the play at first. He's just barely out. Oh my goodness. Ooh. How is that? That is a better show motion than they have in the current game. That's wild. So Boston's able to get 1 out. These are the innings that can kind of crush teams. It's the 1 outs at a time. It's kind of a perfect bunt to advance the runners to second and third. And even then, it was still barely out at first base. That'll be hit to first base. He bobbles it a little bit, tosses to the pitcher covering. That's out number 3. In Baltimore, Has an opportunity but can't cash in. Been there, done that. 3 hits, no runs. Lee, Beltre, and Cantu coming up. Carlos Lee of the Astros playing for the Red Sox. That pitch is in on the corner. Strike one. That is, just outside. Ball 1. 1-1. That's inside, jams him. It's fouled off for strike 2. It's a nice pitch location. Oh, gets him again. It's going to look like a pretty bad swing because that pitch stayed inside, but with the frequency we see these pitchers kind of let that drift over the plate, it's not the worst swing in the world. Adrian Beltre. He has a couple stolen bases early in the season. See what he can do here in the bottom of the second. There is 1 away, nobody on. No stream tomorrow as per usual. You'll get a game of the week. Oh. That is a dangerous place to leave a pitch to a hitter like Beltre. Really love Adrian Beltre and Felix Hernandez's relationship in their playing days. So it was a lot of fun to watch. Two and 1. That one's inside. Good eye. 3-1. Here's your count where we see the most consistent aggression. And Beltre works a walk. Another good eye there. That pitch missed low, and 1 on and 1 out for the Boston Red Sox. Okay, yeah, that's right. I remember his name is a little more literal than you might think. That pitch misses low. Good eye by Cantu. Sometimes you want to get like real aggressive in that spot. He just walked the guy. Is he going to try and just come in with a strike to get ahead of the batter? That pitch misses outside. Two and 0. That's in for a strike to make it 2-1 right on that inside edge. Beltre on first. Does have a couple stolen bases on the season. We haven't seen him. I don't think he's really going to make a move. That is a nice piece of hitting. That'll get driven out to right field. 2 on with 1 out here. Boston in business. And with only 3 inning games, this is a huge opportunity for them to get a late lead. And Blake DeWitt has a couple RBI and a 286 average. Can he pick up RBI number 3? That is hit but foul. As usual, good evening. As usual, good evening to you. One and one. 2 on 1 out here in the bottom of the second. They are putting on the double steal, or hit and run. But he just couldn't keep it foul. That probably gets the go-ahead run scored. Now it's an interesting situation here with a 1-2 count. Tries to go with the curveball on the outside part of the plate. Misses. 2-2. That is fouled away. Just a good job to stay alive in that. Looked really late. He got a little confused, or kind of one of those funky, just, it's like that shoulder hunch that I do. Ooh, that's a nice pitch low in the zone. It's a ball if he takes it, but it is strike 3 because he swung. And look at how far off the plate that is. 2-seam at 94, just late on the swing timing. Works with that curveball a couple of times. Zips in a 2-seamer. He's gone. Benji Molina. He's batting 400. Sometimes you see those curveballs come in and it just freezes you. You just don't know what to do. As a professional athlete myself. Oh my gosh, I have crumbs on my shirt? Oh, looking like a slob. Gross. Yeah, you eat 2 slices of buffalo chicken pizza. Like a big old grosso. Molina fouls that one off inside. 0-2 with 2 outs. With that curveball, good job to just get a piece of it. Knock it away and keep yourself alive. Fouls that one away again. Timeout would be probably a good thing for the Red Sox batter to use, just because really in an auto swing mode here. That one fouled away. Good pitch to swing at, right down the heart of the plate. Couldn't get it timed up. Still 0-2, but does become 1-2 after the ball. Ooh, got called on strikes. Went from being ultra aggressive to too patient. So Boston puts a couple on via a walk and a hit, but cannot come up with anything. It'll be Baltimore. John J. Jingleheimer Schmidt. Batting 150. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. No score in this one. Each team's had some opportunities. Runners in scoring position with outs to work with. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is foul at the third base line. Tries to go with the big curveball inside. Doesn't fool him. Doesn't get the zone. Doesn't get the swing. Instead, it makes it 2-2. That one is lifted to left. This one will stay in the air as the left fielder tracks it into the warning track, or onto the warning track. And that is out number 1. Luis Castillo. Not the pitcher. His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, they say, So enjoy that being stuck in your head for the rest of the night. That is in for a strike. Looks like a pretty hittable pitch, but lets it go by. That is hit up the first base line, but foul. One and two. Here comes the pitch. It is fouled away. One, two. That is swung on and fouled away. Staying alive. Oh, that's a... That is a random song. 2 and 2. That's fouled away. Just cannot seem to find that put away pitch. Can't get him to swing and miss. Can't get him to put something in play that's an easy out. Here comes the 2-2. That is to the first baseman who stabs it on the backhand. Pitcher covers nicely, and it's out number 2. Evan Longoria, 467 average. Stepping in. I guess it would be more useful to tell you that he is 1 for 1 with a double today. It's probably more helpful and pertinent information. That one is going to be to the second baseman, but it is out number 3. So, Bartlett, Lau, and Smoke coming up. The top 2 hitters in the lineup for the Red Sox put pretty decent contact on it, but couldn't get it away from the right field defender. That one sailed high. One and oh. Ooh, big swing could have ended it, but that is a real light swing. Rolls over the top of it, and it is out. Number 1. So we'll flip the lineup over here for the Red Sox. Ooh, fouled it away. Way under that one, and that makes it 0-1. That one stays outside for a ball. One stays inside, almost gets him, but a bit of a delayed reaction. Here comes the 2-1. Catcher sets up inside again. It drifts over the heart of the plate, and it is a strike. Not the location you want that pitch in, but he gets away with one. That'll be hit up the middle, but it just a brutal animation. Gives the pitcher the ball, who throws it over easily to first for out number 2. Justin Smoke. This Red Sox team has not been able to hit today. They have one hit, I believe. They have one walk. That's up at the top of the zone, but called a strike. Most likely at the letters. That one's in on the outside for strike two, so pitcher doing a good job working the edges, gets that top side, gets that outside. Where does he want to go here with an 0-2 count? 2 away. One more strike gets him into extras. It is strike 3, swung on and missed. So yes, they do indeed just have the one hit, but it was able to put a runner in scoring position with the walk. And Keel, Lee, and Hart coming up. See if the Orioles can get anything going. Had a couple of opportunities early in this one, but haven't been able to. Obviously not able to cash in. That one's fouled away. That one misses low. Here comes the 1-1. That is hit nicely up the third base line. That really hooked as it goes right down the wall. Slides into second safely. And the Baltimore Orioles able to get a runner in scoring position. Their 4th hit of the day. Pitcher winds and fires. That is rolled over. It's foul. Maybe a bit of a break for Baltimore, as that would not have advanced the runner. One and one. That one misses low to make it 2-1. Fires and misses widely inside. Here's the count where they really like to be aggressive. 3-1. And does a good job to work a walk. I've said that twice in this game. Oh, the batters really like to be aggressive in 3-1 counts, and then it's a nice job to take a walk. Corey Hart 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. That one misses inside for ball 1. That misses outside 2-0. I hope your class went well today. 2-0. 2 on, nobody out here. Top 4, that one is hit high and deep right side, and it is a foul ball. That angle makes it a little bit tricky, so you see that runner running over, but you just assume because they go to that angle that it's a foul ball. Three and one. Ooh, takes it for a strike. Full count. That's maybe the best 3-1 pitch we've seen today. Oh, and he's going to roll over it. They don't have a play at second, so they'll take the out at first. I know I didn't retain a whole lot when I took Spanish all them years ago in high school. I mean, not that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was so long ago. So runners on second and third, one away. Lefty at the plate. The catcher does a nice job to block it. Couldn't find the words. Seems like the game likes to give the catcher like one good free block, and then it just kind of, then it's all gloves off. You throw it wherever. That one's in for a strike. Good take on the outside to make it 2-1. That's in on the outside part of the plate for a strike. So 2-2, one away. Runners on second and third. It is a swing and a miss. Pulled the string with a curveball. I mean, just yanked it. So as Drupal Cabrera, an opportunity to be the hero here. 417 average. Again, maybe not super helpful for, you know, the context of today's game. He is 0 for 1. That one stays high and inside. It's a ball. Doesn't need much. Just needs to get that into the outfield. You'll get the lead, and then you can try and shut them down in the bottom half of the fourth inning. That pitch is low, but in the zone for a strike. It's Cal Brawler. Strike is in. I don't necessarily have anything against Barry Bonds. I'm more into it now than I was then. That one is rolled over. First baseman picks it up, hustles to the bag, and records out number 3. 4 hits to 1. Still no score. Hayward, Lee, and Beltre. I bet you can show me some cool Kevin Mitchell. I bet you can show me some cool Barry Bonds highlights, and I'd be like, wow, that was cool. How many splash hits did Barry Bonds have? The splash hits are awesome. Missed low and inside. Pitcher winds and fires. That one is in for a strike. Let's see. Let's look up Barry Bonds splash hits. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I misspelled splash hits. That one is low. Bonds average to 4.375 splash hits per season. All right. Hell yeah. That's in on the outside for a strike. Kevin Mitchell, 1989 MVP. Oh, okay. I was going to look up. He was 35. Oh, look at that. It's the top video search. All 35 of Barry Bonds splash hits into McCovey Cove. From the MLB vaults. That's rolled up the first base line, but foul. The splash hit might be my favorite ballpark gimmick. I don't know if you'd qualify it as a gimmick. It's just like where they set up the ballpark. It just kind of like naturally works. I think Green Monster would be a close second. But I don't think any other... They're going to the bullpen here. Aaron Heelman. 2 games, no record, no saves. A 3 ERA in 3 innings. No walks, 4 strikeouts. I do think that Boston and San Francisco kind of have that like built-in sort of like history with it. Or in the case of like Boston has the history built in and kind of the story behind it. And the cleverness of where they put the San Francisco Giants Stadium means that both of those are like more natural. Whereas if any other stadium was built now, it'd be like, look at this gimmick. And it's like, well, you just have a gimmick. You're trying to create something that should happen naturally. A built-in gimmick in the most positive way you can imagine. That is down for a base hit. The runner is going to hold at second. It's a nice job by the third baseman. Or the shortstop, excuse me, to... No, it's third baseman. Whatever. There was a player that had a deke against the Mariners, I think, that, like, was real cool last season. Great story, Sean. Just good stuff there. Nobody out and 2 runners on. Red Sox looking for a walk-off win here in the bottom of the 4th. It wasn't really like a deke move. It was kind of a natural just hold there because you're not sure if he's going to get to it. Kind of like the pool in the Diamondbacks center field area. Ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one. I like that one as well. There's a cool stadium in the minor leagues that has a lazy river. This one is flied out. It is going. It is high off the wall, and it will score the game-winning run. Beltre. And with a hit that's a home run in a lot of stadiums. It's a walk-off. What do they call that? A double or a single? Takes an extra inning, but Boston does come away with a victory 1-0. Favorite stadium to play in? Honestly, it's probably just T-Mobile. I do like Minnesota as well, except for some of the lighting in that stadium can be brutal. Kevin Millwood's your pitcher, or player of the game, excuse me, the pitcher. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts. Boston got out hit in this one. Actually, they did not. It was even. Kevin Millwood improves to 2-1. Ubaldo Jimenez drops to 0-3. Unique stadiums and the DD mini seasons are my favorite. Okay. I was looking at some user-created stadiums in MLB The Show 25 the other day. There are some truly ugly ones. I think I might play some games in that. See if I can, rebound. All right, we are going to, I believe, Brewers Reds. That is indeed what we are going to. Play it, sim everything before it, and here we go. Brewers, like we saw at the beginning of this video, they have the worst batting average in the majors. Cincinnati is number 2. Thinking about jumping in and doing a mini season, but I need these games to be more breakable. Cincinnati has a losing record at home, which I think is interesting. They are 5-5. They're 4-3 on the road, 1-2 at home. So they've only had 1 home series. I don't know who that would have been against. Let me fix the thumbnail. Change it. I guess I'd give the nod to Minnesota as my favorite stadium to play in that's not Safeco. Just because, like, a lot of the National League ballparks, I don't have a ton of experience at. But that lighting, some of the sunlight, like the start times can be brutal in Minnesota. There are games that I have played in Minnesota where I cannot see the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand. Diamond Dynasty mini-seasons are about 40 games, including playoffs, 3 innings per game. See, that sounds right up my alley, but I want to do it in a very annoying way. Second baseman Brian Roberts, center fielder Niger Morgan, right fielder Jason Kubel, first baseman Luke Scott. Switch left, left, left. Vernon Wells, the left fielder, breaks it up with a right-handed bat. Jack Cust, the designated hitter. Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop. David Freese, the third baseman. And Ryan Hannigan, the catcher. I love playing at Oracle. I love Triples Alley. I do, you know what? Justin DeSchercher, Dutch DeScherer? I don't know how to say that at all. Bob Loblaw's Loblog. He is 0-2 with a 10.8 ERA, 2 games, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And even on the replay, I was still behind. When I did the testing for the cheat season last year, I specifically went to Oracle Park because of that big high wall, because you turn on the super jumps and it looks awesome. I do like Oracle Park. Played a few games there last season. I think San Francisco comes to... That would mean San Francisco comes to Seattle this year. I don't know when that would be. Thankfully, we have the power of the internet. Seattle. Okay. Mariners 2026 schedule. Likes playing Yankee Stadium. I would assume with the name Mr. Yankee that makes sense. March. Let's see. We didn't do San Francisco. Oh man, it's a kind of a brutal start for the Mariners this year, by the way. Yeah, I did. Oh wow, a leadoff home run. Okay, we didn't get any. The worst hitting team in baseball just hit a home run with the first at bat, and the game just said, you know what, that's fine. That's all you need. The Bob Loblaw's Loblog? Yeah, Cleveland for 4, and then the Yankees right after is a concern for me. But that's for the future. Where is San Francisco? KC, Arizona. Houston White Sox. But they play Arizona. No, Atlanta. Okay, they do play Arizona. But Mets. Oh, at home. That'll be a fun series. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Is it really late? That one is rolled over. To the second baseman who fires to first for out number 1. Regular season, July 17th, 18th, and 19th. San Francisco comes to Seattle. They play in LA for 3. Versus the Yankees. Late. That's a foul ball. Finishing against the Angels and a 2-game set against Houston. Weird. Ooh, in Colorado. Late again. That's interesting, because that... I don't think it was a big part of the puzzle for Seattle last year, but they did get Colorado and then the Dodgers the last 2 series of the season. Anywho, 2 away here for the Brewers after the leadoff home run. Be interesting to see what the Reds can do here. Offensively, being the number 2 batting average team in the league. Oh, and 1. That is up the middle. Ooh, just missed it with the glove. I think that one made a little bit more sense. Sometimes that animation, that running animation, is a little brutal. I think that one got by him first before the game kind of missed it, whereas sometimes it feels like the defender beats the ball to the spot and the game just says, no. You get nothing. And you'll like it. MLB The Show 11. Yeah, I'm assuming most people don't go back to old sports games. I feel like there's a very strong dividing line of I only play old sports games or I only play new. There are very few people who sit there like me going, you know what, I'd like to play the newest and tinker around with a bunch of old crap. So 2-0 with 2 away. 1 on in a 1-0 game. That is rolled over to third base. He's going to pick it up in foul territory, so the batter stays alive. It was 2 balls, excuse me. Sorry. Got my count backwards. There's a strike for strike 2. Now it's 2-2. He stays alive. He had 0 strikes and he's still at the plate. Typically how that works, Sean. That one blocked nicely by the catcher. That is hit well but foul. Let's see. That's what I wanted to look at. This is what I wanted at, but big swing and a miss on that one for strike 3 and out number 3, but not before the Milwaukee Brewers strike for 1 on a solo shot to lead off the game. Cincinnati needs to respond immediately, and they have back-to-back Texas players to help them do it in the form of Nelson Cruz. Grady Sizemore is going to lead things off in center field. Third baseman Michael Young, right fielder Nelson Cruz, first baseman Ty Wigington, left fielder Logan Morrison, not Morgan Lewison, second baseman Daniel Murphy, designated hitter Ryan Spielberg, there you go, Steven Spielberg's brother, catcher JP Arencibia, it's a name that I look at and I cannot pronounce, Starlin Castro, the shortstop. J.P. Arencibia. That's not right. Jake Westbrook is 0-1 with a 6.75 ERA. 1 game with a 2.2 innings pitched. 602 hits, walks, strikeouts. Bite of Seattle. Will you just have a date, please? It just says, see you in 2026. How many cards do you have in your collection? And he's in for a strike. 0-1. We finally got the announcement for Topps, Allen, and Ginter. You can pre-order him. That is hit up the first base side. Scooped by the first baseman. Wild toss. Oh, nice. It just really went up there. Feels like you want that just a little lower. Michael Young, 222 average, 1 RBI. Steps in for as batter number 2. That is hit but foul. inside. That's one of the rare times that them getting out of the way, that animation has actually looked on time with the ball coming in. Usually it hits the catcher's glove, then they go, oh my gosh, I have to get out of the way. That pitch is low. Two and one with one away. Huh, interesting take there. 2-2. That pitch misses to fill the count. And that is ball 4. Right on that edge. Still getting used to the camera angles. If it's like 45 degrees, it's a ball. If it's flat on, it's a strikeout, I think. But it might have been backwards one time. I don't know. So we wait for the umpire's call. And did we make our call? 1 on, 1 out. And ball 1. To Nelson Cruz, who at this point in time would be a future Seattle Mariner. That is foul up the first base side. Looked like he had a pretty good swing on it, but just could not keep it fair. 1-1. They're going to go with a pitch over to first base as the boos rain down. That is hit foul. That pitch misses low. It'll be a ball. 2-2. 1 away here. Ooh, it's going to roll over. It's going to be 1. Fires over to first, and it is out. A double play to end the inning. Cincinnati works a walk, but cannot cash in. Jack Cust, Seattle Mariner, will lead off the top of the second for Milwaukee. I'm going to pull up a thing here. So, didn't do a good job to keep track of the records here. The Reds are 5-5. But it seems like when we watch them, they're not great. I mean, they got clobbered by St. Louis. They're losing to the worst hitting team in the league, which is kind of a wild stat in itself. The Mets only have 2 wins, and they have better batting average better batting average as a team than the Milwaukee Brewers. Big swing and a miss there. Nice pitch. That makes it 1-2. That is hit. It's a really nice curveball. It's kind of a nice pitch and a pretty good adjustment. Just dropped the barrel a little too low and then popped out instead of getting some better contact on it. Jimmy Rollins steps in. Ooh, that got a strike call at the bottom of the zone. Looked like it had dropped pretty low to me, but I'm not the umpire. I'm just a man critiquing him 15 years into the future. That is hit. Tried to double up on that pitch. Doesn't have enough air under it. It's a diving attempt, but he can't get it. He's going to second, and he's rounding for third. Left fielder comes up with the ball. It's cut off, and that really threw off the momentum of the throw. I mean, obviously it stops the ball dead in its tracks, but... Okay. So David Freese coming in. There was just no rhythm from the outfielder to the relay man to try and get that out, to get that aggression. Also, why are you not just letting your left fielder rip it to third base? That one's inside. Maybe this is the turning point for Milwaukee. Cincinnati has a losing record at home. That is hit out to center. He will tag it third. Center fielder fires in, and it is cut off again. That throw definitely wasn't going to get there, so not the worst thing in the world. The Brewers with the sac fly to put another run on the board. 2-0. Ryan Hannigan now in. It's in for a strike. Oh man, that was a dangerous pitch. That was dangerous. It really feels like it was lucky that it was a foul ball and not absolutely nuked to Saturn. That pitch drops. Speaking of Saturn. $35, you say. That's hit up the third baseline. Foul. Stop. Oh, gosh. Someone has piles of crap all over the place, and he keeps hitting all of it. That pitch is inside. Imagine owning 4 seasons of a TV show, and you own seasons 1, 2, 3, and 7. You know what? 4, 5, and 6 really didn't do it for me. That is hit up the middle. Second baseman with a nice sliding stop in time to first for the out. That will take care of it. Brewers score one more. It's 2-0 heading to the bottom of the second. Wigington, Morrison, Murphy coming up for Cincinnati. No hits for them so far. Ow, my hand. Punch the table. That's inside for a ball. That is hit well out to center. Center fielder chases and makes the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1. Hit the warning track as the ball hit his mitts. Logan Morrison, batting .375 this season, 3 RBI. Stepping in here with 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. That pitch gets the top of the zone. Feels like this umpire's been a little lenient. That's a strike as well. That pitch misses, but gets to the wall. Doesn't matter. There's nobody on. That pitch sails outside. 2 straight balls. Good eye for Morrison at the plate for the Cincinnati Reds. Falls down 0-2, but battles back to even things out. That is a swing and a miss. So this Reds team just cannot get anything going offensively. That'll bring in Daniel Murphy, a 5-game hitting streak with that .667 average. Okay, I like that we get a little, just a little bonus stat there at the bottom, just for fun. That pitch misses low. I don't know what that is. That is foul. 1-1. 2 away. Here comes the pitch. It's a good pitch selection. Throws it inside, jams them a little bit. Turn off my webcam here for just a second. That one's fouled off as it's jammed. It gets jammed again. Sets up inside. That time it kind of floated over the plate. Left fielder's going to do a good job. It's going to limit it to a single. I didn't think it probably didn't have enough to get all the wall, or to the wall? To the window or to the wall. But hey, there's your bloop. Can they get a blast and tie this game up? You kind of believe that they can get something going because they have the 2nd highest batting average in the league, but also with how poorly they've been playing today. Do you really believe that? Considering they have their first hit with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. Not the worst stat in the world, except for the games are only 3 innings. Now the count 2-0, 2 away in a 2-0 game. That is hit. Shortstop misses it. That time it looked like he overran it. They're going to go first to third. Center fielder comes up maybe a touch lackadaisically. Arincibia. Arincibia? Okay. I look at it and my brain breaks. I just cannot figure it out. That's in for a strike. Arincibia with an opportunity to tie this game or take the lead with a big, big swing. Now I have the song Interplanet Janet stuck in my head, but not the original version, the cover version from Schoolhouse Rock Rocks. Which was a CD that we had when I was 11. That is hit out to center. That'll bring in run. Will they go first to third? No. They play kind of station to station on the back. I guess they technically went station to station. Everybody went to the next station. Starlin Castro. He's coming in. Number 14. That is hit. A diving first baseman misses it. They're going around to tie the game. It'll be an RBI double. Wow. Grady Sizemore 0-1. Or 0-for-1, excuse me. One stays outside. That is a hit. It's going to score one. They're going to round third base. They're going to score two. He's going to go to second and late safe. 4 outs. Air in sepia. Air in sepia. That's helpful. Wow. I mean, this is why you believe Cincinnati, #1 average team in the league, in the show. They score 4 runs. All of it with 2 outs. I mean, at least 3. It'd have to be 4. And I guess it doesn't technically have to be 4. That is looped out to left or right field. The right fielder, I don't know. It looks like the Milwaukee Brewers spirit is broken. And that is 5 runs given up here in the bottom of the second. Nelson Cruz is 0 for 1. I mean, the Reds doing a little bit of what St. Louis did to them. They just had that inning that would not end. That is in for a strike. Are you okay? I heard a soft little... Oh. Slow. In for a strike on that low inside corner. We got earbuds in and headphones on. Oh, okay. Not how I thought, which is fine. Nothing like a little Friday night Minecraft happening over next to me. Are you still doing it with all the mod things you got? Nice. That pitch is low for a ball. Two and two. 2 outs. 1 on. Oh my goodness. Can't believe he took that pitch. But Cincinnati explodes for 5. It makes it a 5-2 game. Roberts, Morgan, and Kubel coming up for the Brewers. That is hit and picked by the second baseman. Nice throw over to first for out #1. Niger Morgan. 0 for 1 on the afternoon or evening. That one's high. Ball 1. That is smacked out to left with the left fielder. It felt like he had kind of a delayed reaction, but does make the catch. It's out #2. And man, how quickly this game turned. Jason Kubel steps in, 0 for 1. That pitch misses low. 2 away. That pitch is high and inside. 2-0. If you're this Cincinnati Reds pitcher, you got to throw right at him. You're up by 3. Worst case scenario, solo home run. Best case scenario, you get to go home. That's in for a strike. It was a pitch that was so bad it was good. That pitch misses low. 3-1. Does Kubel go for it? That is hit to the shortstop. He bobbles it a little bit. Fires, but it's late. He's safe. Kubel safe by half a step. The bobble by Castro. And we're still going here. Luke Scott is 1 for 1 with a single. It's a nice pitch for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Here comes the 0-1. That is a beautiful pitch. Gets him to swing over it. Oh, 2 away. Milwaukee looking to spark something. Oh, can't get the curveball to stick in the zone. Just a little inside. That is hit well, but... oh my goodness, that is ever so close. That's just barely gets a piece of that one up the third base side. Foul ball. So the count remains 1-2. That is not too far. That swing was not too far away from being a 5-4 game. Good adjustment there to at least stay alive. That was a pitch that was definitely supposed to be outside and just wiggled its way into the zone. It's the swing and the miss that'll put the Milwaukee Brewers down and in this top of the third inning and secure a Cincinnati victory. Wow. What a swing in the bottom of the second inning. Pun intended. 5-2. They score 5. I don't think they even had a hit before that bottom of the second. Grady Sizemore has the 2-run double. And he is your player of the game. One of the first, one in the second for the Brewers, but Cincinnati comes up with 5 strong runs in the bottom of the second inning. 1 error there in the top of the third. Gets a little scary for the Reds, but I mean, what happens if that ball stays fair? Oh my goodness. We'll catch up on some scores here, and then we will actually I'll save, and then we'll catch up on some scores around the league. We have a couple more games for you today. We're going to stay in the American League, and we're going to Minnesota. Coming up next, options, save. Okay. Schedule. We are looking at today's games. We watched the Red Sox walk off the Orioles. The Phillies beat the Giants 1-0. The Yankees over the Blue Jays by that very same score. Guardians take out the Tigers 4-0. The Marlins, they beat the Braves 1-0. A lot of 1-0 games. 1, 2, 3 of the first 4. Mets over the Nationals 5-1. Is this the turnaround? The Mets turnaround. They are 3-8. And then we just watched the Reds come back over the Brewers. We are going, like I said, to Minnesota. So the Roys and the Rails. Rays and the Royals game. You saw Kansas City win there 3-1. We're getting, oh my goodness. This is a pitching matchup. I'm glad. Thank you to the wheel. All hail the wheel. Tim Lincecum taking on Felix Hernandez, who unfortunately has an 0-2 record with a 27.0 ERA. Come on, King Felix. Put that crown on your head. That's the most, I mean, that's easily the most exciting pitching matchup, so. Welcome on into Minnesota. Site of our third game of the afternoon. It's the Twins taking on the White Sox. Both teams 4-6. It's a better introduction, Sean. Good job. Look at you improving. Look at you doing it. No players of the game to highlight in this AL Central matchup. Cleveland won. I forget what their record was. And then we just saw Kansas City. And then the last team you would have to worry about would be Detroit. I mean, we don't have to worry about standings and playoff baseball for a while now. Probably be a more regular check after the All-Star break. It is straight righties except for the final hitter, the switch, Jed Lowry. BJ Upton in center, Maglio Ordonez in right, Albert Pujols in first, Ryan Braun in left, third baseman Scott Rowland, catcher Yorvit Torrielba, there it is. Ben Francisco, who should play for San Francisco, your DH. Sean spells his name correctly, Rodriguez at second, and Jed Lowry, the shortstop. So if this is, oh, and it's not, it's Felix. I saw the pitching matchup, clocked it, and he's only pitched 3 innings in 2 games, 9 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts for that 27 ERA and that 0-2 record that we talked about. I clocked who it was. It's like, oh, Felix Hernandez, hell yeah. Man, maybe if it's a left-handed pitcher, it's not. You know Felix Hernandez. You know him. So an 0-2 record with just 3 innings pitched. That is not good. See if he can turn things around a little bit here for himself against the Chicago White Sox. BJ Upton up to bat, and that pitch is a strike. Big swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. So a good start for King Felix. Punches out BJ Upton. Now he has to face Maglio Ordonez. A couple of home runs. 5 RBI with that 176 average. Or batting 176. Maybe that's a better way to phrase it. Felix shakes off the catcher. Knocks in a strike. So 0-1. Ordonez hits that one pretty well up the first base line, but it goes just foul. 0-2. And he goes back to the well, but that one is out number 2. So Strong start for Felix. First 2 at-bats taken care of. There's not, like, Detroit doesn't have... Chicago, the last... Maglio Ordonez put Detroit in my head. Albert Pujols stepping in. They don't have, like, one lefty to throw in there to, like, balance things out. Back in 2011, they just said, you know what, don't worry about the matchups. That is in for a strike. Jams Pujols with that one. And gets him to swing and miss, so Felix Hernandez 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Sets him down 1-2-3. Minnesota coming up home half of the first inning. Dexter Fowler, switch hitting center fielder, will lead things off. Yunel Escobar, the shortstop, followed by first baseman Kendry Morales, left fielder Marcus Thames, right fielder Lance Berkman, second baseman Chase Utley, catcher Yadier Molina, third baseman Melvin Mora, designated hitter Roger Bernardina. No, don't take a drink. You need to read the pitcher stats. Here we go. We're ready. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox is Tim Lincecum, 1-1 with a 3.18 ERA. 2 games with 5.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. I win game. Here's your Chicago White Sox defense. Dexter Fowler puts a swing on the first pitch he sees and lines that out to left field. So 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 hit. Yunel Escobar has a stolen base on the season. There's that delay. It was in the glove. Whoa. Gotta get out of the way. Look out. You'll never guess what's going to happen. I might get hit. It's in the glove. Thought about swinging. Did not go. No appeal down to first base. So 2-0 with nobody away, 1 on. That pitch misses, 3-0. I mean, this is a hands-off controller situation here. Not that I ever had my hands on the controller really during this PlayStation 2 season, but there is the strike and the straight take. Fires over to first to check on the runner. The boos rain down. And they're going to go for the steal. The throw is way up there. And it is going to be a 3-2 count. It's a great opportunity, too, for the steal. This is low. So it's runners on first and second either way, but the stolen base goes for the Twins. 2 on, nobody out. Kendry Morales. Not batting particularly well. hit well but foul. Well, at least gave us a good sound, I should say. There it finally comes back into the frame. Foul ball, everybody. Foul ball. 0-1. Ooh, that is a disgusting pitch from Tim Lincecum. Just pulled the string. It's a big ol' hack from the batter. Ooh, an opportunity for a double play. Second back to first is late. Timing just a little thrown off there. It wasn't the hardest hit ball to first, so he did have to charge it. It's just a little too much speed for Minnesota there. So, 2 on, 1 out. Runners, they're at the corners. That's inside. That one rolled over. Another opportunity for a double play ball. That one comes up. Comes up with 2 outs there. Minnesota 1 hit. They technically hit into 2 double plays, but just enough speed to beat it out. They strand a runner at third. Rayburn. Lack of a Y there kind of threw me for a loop. That pitch is in for a strike. Big swing and a miss. So it's 0-2. And 0-3. That was a pretty quick out for Chicago's leadoff batter here in the top of the second. We have a bit of a pitcher's duel going on. King Felix and Tim Lincecum, MLB 2K9 cover athlete. Don't know why I know that information, but I do. That pitch misses outside. Big swing and a miss there. One and one, as Hernandez says, no, I don't want that pitch. Readies and fires. That one's in for a strike. 1-2. A lot of bat movement from this batsman. 2-2. That pitch is outside. Count is full. King Felix goes. I think that's outside. I think he got the swing and miss. Well, oh, good. Oh, yeah, he went outside. It was way outside. 89-mile-an-hour slider with 9 inches of break. Yeah, pretty far off the plate, huh? And that is 4 strikeouts on the day for Felix Hernandez. Yeah, he had the first out, the third out, and then the first 2 outs of the second inning. Misses that one. 1-0. That one's hit up the third baseline and fair. He will take the big big turnaround first. He really barely got to first before the left fielder put glove on the ball. Ben Francisco, who should play for San Francisco, just like Greenway, the linebacker, always should have played for Green Bay. I forget what Greenway, I think, was like an early 2010s guy. Maybe into the mid-2010s. Let's see. Greenway. Linebacker. Chad Greenway. That is hit right to the second baseman. He'll fire over to first. Well, that's out number 3. The White Sox pick up 1 hit. Berkman, Utley, and Molina. St. Louis, Philly, St. Louis. A lot of red on the screen coming up. Chad Greenway. Played for the Vikings for 10 years, 06 to 2016. Like I said, technically be 11. He was a first-round pick. 1,101 tackles. Dang. It's a lot of tackles. Lincecum misses his first pitch, 1-0. That pitch just gets that high inside corner, 1-1. That one missed low. Rolls over that to first base. Pujols will step on the bag, and that is out number 1. All right, Chase Utley. I believe Chase Utley is who Mac writes a letter to. I believe our friendship could be a real home run. That pitch misses outside. I think Chase Utley and Ryan Howard show up later in the series. I think Bruce Springsteen's playing in the background. I think that's the episode with the trucker as the frame rate just absolutely dies. Hey, thank God I saved, huh? That's rolled over to first base again. That's out number 2. Career high 6 RBI for Yadier Molina. What? Let's see. What? Well, I mean, 6 is not his career high, shockingly, considering that he started playing in 2004. What does he have stats? Year for year stats? Do I have to go to Baseball Reference? I'm on Wikipedia. Oh, there we go. It's the very next result. That's all I had to look at. 51 games. 15, 49, 49. Yeah, by the time 2011 rolled around, he had 62 the previous year. Oh, man. This game, shockingly, hey, a PS2 version of a game that they had made 5 other iterations for an HD console, and a little broken. That pitch is inside, so Molina works a walk. Did not even realize that that was a possibility of happening on that very pitch. Melvin Mora. That is smashed, but foul. Didn't actually have the distance. If that's fair, it's likely out number 3, but a little bit of a break there for Minnesota. Here comes the 1-1. Breaks his bat on the jam shot inside. Good pitch selection by Lincecum. 1-2 away. That is hit out to center. Center fielder tracking it. He'll stretch out his left arm and make the catch. So, 1 hit for each team. Minnesota works a walk in the bottom of the second, but strands him in first. Rodriguez, Lowry, and Upton next for Chicago in the top of the third. Sean spells his name correctly. Rodriguez, let's go! That pitch is in. Bit of a bold spot there for Felix Hernandez. But Rodriguez watches strike 1. Swings on that one and misses strike 2. Pitch outside and low. A bit of both. Just a little extra spice there from Felix. Low and away. Or low and outside. 1-2. That one's inside. That is hit out to right. The right fielder tracking it. And does make the catch. That little overhang in Minnesota is very weird. But Berkman comes up with the catch. It wasn't going to have the height to get away from it, or to get out. But I do forget about that little overhang spot. Shout out to the old Detroit Stadium where Griffey made one of his finest catches. It's in for a nice strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Felix winds and fires, rolls over that one, foul. 0-2. That pitch is inside. That one just gets that just got the inside corner. Froze him a little bit. It's another strikeout for Felix Hernandez, who's been, I don't know if it's fair to say, but like uncharacteristically effective, but looking at his stats, that 27 ERA, it's been a solid performance. Maybe he just needed the national spotlight, you know? Everybody's watching this game. So Hernandez winds and fires. That is in for strike one. Double taps the dirt. Felix gets the strike. A pitch bad, so bad it's good. 0-2. That is, a diving effort by the first baseman. Looked like that dive was a little bit late, but still a good effort. Batter stays alive. Thought about hacking at that one, but does a good job to hold it back. 1-2, as that was a ball high out of the zone. There's a big swing and a miss from B.J. Upton, and that will do it for the White Sox here in the top of the third. Both colors of Sox. We got Red Sox, we got White Sox. Bernardina, Fowler, Escobar. Coming up here for the Minnesota Twins in this pitcher's duel that has seen, 2 total hits? Very rare contact on the ball. The Twins have got a little bit more contact. But Lincecum obviously pitched very well, has pitched very well so far. So, not me being spiteful. That one fouled away. With that big curve and then a little bit of a fastball there. 0-2. Goes back to that curve. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. I'm guessing he would want that to go just like a little bit lower. That one sails high. That's outside. Adam 0-2 works it back to 2-2. Big swing and a miss on that. A well-located pitch, and that'll set down the leadoff man in the bottom of the third. Dexter Fowler stepping in. We'll foul that one away. The upper part of the zone for an to make the count 0-1. Swing and a miss on that one. Looks like he went over the top. That is hit out to right. Not enough on it, and that'll be out number 2. So it's going to come down to this final batter, Yunel Escobar, who has worked a walk today. Just a 200 average on the season. It's in for strike one. Statistically, it might look a little surprising that we're going to potentially go to extra innings. I think name value-wise, I think you would anticipate that. Low and inside. Ball one. And he's going to get weak contact on the jam shot to send us to the top of the fourth. So Lincecum and Hernandez both looking very good through 3. 1 hit given up by each. Ordonez, Pujols, and Rayburn Coming up. 2 Tigers and a Cardinal. Ordonez, not the most impressive stats so far this season. It is 0 for today. Granted, only 0 for 1. That one's fouled back. One is a foul ball. One stays outside. Jammed him, but pulls it foul. 1 and 2. That one stays inside. Almost gets him. 2 and 2. I think this game's going to come down to whoever can get to the bullpen first. That is a full count. And gets the swing and the miss for strike 3. So there's another strikeout for King Felix. Could not come up with the contact to stay alive. Albert Pujols is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That one rolled over. Scooped and steps on the bag. So 2 away here for the White Sox. That is going to be hit out to left. Left fielder has it sized up. Waits for it as it drops into the glove, and that will do it. Nothing doing for the White Sox in the top of the 4th. Morales will lead off for the Minnesota Twins at the bottom of the 4th. That pitch is low. Ball 1. One swing can end it, but I mean, Minnesota hasn't gotten any. You can say the same thing for either offense. Neither team has gotten good contact on the ball. Today, each team has 1 hit, and they have maybe worked a walk. Base runners have been such a rarity. That's fouled away. That gets the strike call at the bottom of the zone. Lincecum winds and fires, gets him to roll over that to the second baseman as he hustles up the line, but the throw well in time for out number 1. Lincecum winds and fires. It's a nice bit of the zone, but it's a strike taken. That pitch stays outside. for ball one. 1-1? 1-1. There we go. Nailed it. That pitch goes outside again. Tried to bait the swing, but couldn't get it to go. Or didn't tempt him enough, I guess. Bat on the shoulder. It's 2-1. That one's fouled away. Oh, a big swing and a miss. It's a great pitch from Lincecum. Goes inside. He's going to be really lucky if he's able to just get a piece of it to stay alive. Worked him outside, came back inside, gets the swing and the miss. And that is out. Number 2, Lance Berkman's 0 for 1. An unsurprising line for today's game. Big swing and a miss. That'll be a 0-1 count now. Lincecum winds and fires. That one stays high in the zone. Nice pitch mixing there. Gets the big swing and miss. Quickly 0-2 with 2 gone. Bottom of the 4th. We're in extras, folks. And gets them to go again. Just disgusting. Disgusting pitching from Tim Lincecum in the nicest way possible. Gross. Roland Torabella. And I did not catch the last name. As we head top 5. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Kind of a common stat line for the Chicago White Sox. That'll be rolled over to the second baseman. Scoops it clean and there's about 3 smashes into his glove before he tosses it over. Yorvit Torrealba. That pitch stays outside. It's ball 1. Broken bat up the first base line, but it is foul. Oh, do you maybe want to charge that? Try to pick it up in fair territory and get the out? We'll find out. 1-1. Big swing makes it 1-2. So I guess as long as this at-bat ends in an out, the result could have been the same either way. Obviously, you can't play the hypotheticals, but sometimes it is fun to play that game. My mom would strongly disagree. Mom, they could have kicked a field goal. Yeah, but they didn't, so... Okay. Alright. Well, they should have kicked a field goal. Felix lets that pitch fly. Probably caught too much of the plate, but still foul. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that will be another strikeout. Felix and Tim Lincecum both pitching very strong games. They are going to bring in a new pitcher, Lance Cormier. 5 games, 1 save, 2 Cormier, 2.08 ERA, 4.1 innings pitched with just 2 strikeouts, or with 2 strikeouts, no walks. Guess I shouldn't say just 2 strikeouts. Ben Francisco. Should have been San Francisco's number 1 pick, but he wasn't. He's playing for Chicago. That pitch is in for a strike. Going to be curious to see if Lincecum, how far he goes. Obviously, there's a lack of information as far as the score bug is concerned. Like now we have all the pitch counts and everything, so hard to tell what this game wants to do. Is it kind of just You get 4.2 max. And then they sub you out. That pitch misses low for a ball. Now it starts to get interesting because basically Felix went 4.2. That one sails high. He went 4.2 innings before he got pulled. Now it's a 3-1 count from Cormier. That is hit off the glove, but missed it. That 3-1 count is brutal for defenses. Sean spells his name correctly. Rodriguez steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. Only batting .200 this season so far. Or so far this season. They're going to go for the steal. Throws down to second, but the throw is late. So, with 2 outs, they swap the pitcher. They give up a hit and the stolen base. I said whoever got to the bullpen first would win this game. I probably said might, but that one's rolled over. Shortstop picks it clean and over to first. So the Twins, I guess Chicago strands a runner at second after a nice single and a stolen base. Chase Utley, 0 for 1. So does Lincecum come out after 2 outs recorded? In which case, boy, is this game predictable. That is foul up the first base line. That pitch is outside. Fouled away. That sails high. Two and two. That'll be popped over to the third base side, inside the staple there. That'll be an out. Okay, so they were technically Minnesota got into the bullpen first. 4.1 innings versus 4.2. Jamie Wright comes in. He's issued 1 walk with .1 inning of work in 1 appearance. Yadier Molina, 385 average, has a walk in today's game. And that's his stat, a walk. So the righty winds and fires, misses the zone, and it's 1-0. That is rolled up the third base side. Third baseman fires in time. Couple of steps in front of Molina. And that will be out number 2. So both starters pitched extremely well. I'm sure the rooting interests are kind of out of it. It's like, just maybe somebody do something. Be kind of fun. That pitch misses high for ball 1. That is right back to the pitcher. Okay, so we're going to go to the top of the 6th. These must be two of the most anemic offenses in the game. I know that both pitchers look good. I get that. Holy crap. I promise I'm not playing the game. Oof. PlayStation 2 seems to be struggling here. That ball was hit so hard it broke the frames. 0-1. That is fair up the third base line. He is going to make the turn at first. I thought about it, but not nearly deep enough in the left. Now to put a runner on first. BJ Upton is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, though he's batting .300 on the season. Rolls over that one. Third base side, but foul. That is hit into center field. They are going to go first and third, or first to third, excuse me, and they will get there easily. Honestly, kind of the perfect hit to go on. Like, good speed obviously helps, but it wasn't the most powerful hit out towards center. The cutoff guy didn't even throw it in. Ordonez is 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Nobody out at an opportunity to get the go-ahead run across. Oh boy, and he is going to do it. That wasn't even close. They're going first to third. Center fielder comes up throwing. He is safe. Didn't even try to apply the tag. Still nobody out. Does this have the look of one of those ugly innings? 3 straight hits. Pujols 0 for 2. He has a strikeout as well. A lot of this White Sox lineup has strikeouts. Felix Hernandez pitched a really solid game. Lincecum wasn't far behind him. I don't even know that Lincecum really was behind him. They just... We'll take a look at the stat lines because I think it'll be interesting. I don't think Lincecum had as many strikeouts, but I could be way wrong. That pitch is inside to Pujols. Nice block by the catcher, keeps it in front of him, and the runners stay where they were, first and third. Cormier not looking great here in the top of the 6th. That pitch misses low. Three to 1. That's in for a strike. I looked inside, but umpire gives him the call. Full count. 2 on, nobody out. Oof. That kind of curveball feels very dangerous against Albert Pujols. Maybe it's a... Oh my god. Nice job to hold the runner at third. They'll take the single out at first. Didn't really have anywhere to go. It was kind of a slow roller. So an interesting defensive play there. Gets out number 1. Ryan Braun. Rayburn, excuse me. Oh, that's, I think, why I'm confused. I read Ryan. I think I read the wrong name, maybe. That's up the third base line. Doesn't really matter. Just a different RBI, or a different batter's going to get an RBI. It is a 2-run double. The White Sox get into this bullpen. Or I guess technically the one pitcher that they brought in that they refused to take out. Scott Rowland's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. As my nose continues to annoy me. That pitch missed badly. So 3 runs. No, excuse me. 3 runs here. 3 runs in here in the top of the 6th. That one's high and inside. Three-oh counts, misses high, and that will load the... Or no, excuse me, first and second. First and second. Forgot that other one scored 2 runs. Yorvit Torrealba. That pitch misses low. That cannot happen. Come on, you got to go with these guys. You give it up 3 runs. Immediately falling behind 1-0. Falling behind 2-0. Hey, manager, take him out of the game. Ah, my hand. I left my desk keyboard thing out. Oh, my 6'4" arms got in the way. That is hit to the gap. That'll probably score 1. There's an opportunity at the plate. It is safe. He was safe. Wow. There was an opportunity, which is kind of exciting, at least. Why is it so shallow how far you can go? Okay. Let's take a look at it. Oh, this game. Okay. Here, we'll go this way because you don't like the catcher scoops it. Just gets the foot in. It's a nice job on that outside or right-hand batter's box side. I guess technically also blocking in 2025. 4 runs, just 1 out. This game, like I said, it broke me before I could break it, and this is... It just doesn't have the logic to deal with anything shorter than a 9-inning game. Oh my goodness, this pitcher is bad. It's just so bad. He's falling behind again. 2-0. 2 on, 1 out. 3-0. My goodness. And that is another walk. A 4-pitch walk, and he is still in the game. Sean spells his name correctly. Rodriguez steps in with the bases packed and just one away. If he is smart, just kidding, he's going to put some good wood on it. This is going to score a run. They are going to throw it in to third. He's out. The run does score. Another 5-run inning. We saw that with the Reds, and the Brewers were not able to respond. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the Twins won't be able to respond as well. Roger Bernardina leading off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He fouls the first pitch away. We're going to Seattle after this. Mariners, Rangers. A couple of teams toward the top of the AL West. I believe it would be the 1-2. The Angels, I don't think, are particularly good. In the Athletics, I don't think are. He might be 6-4, but I don't know. 1-1. That pitch is outside. 2-1. That is foul, or popped to the third base side in foul territory. And that is out number 1. Dexter Fowler 1 for 2 with a single. He has a stolen base on the today. Excuse me. The righty readies and fires. Pretty hittable pitch as it stayed over the middle of the zone. That one is fouled away. 0-2. That pitch sails high. That'll make it 1-2. And a swing and a miss sets him down quickly. 2 away. Very late on the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That was in the zone before he really got that bat going. Yunel Escobar. Last chance for the Twins to start a rally. That pitch does miss low 1-0. But Cormier just completely came undone in that 6th inning. We're top at the 6th. Nice pitch there to even that count out at 1-1. Fouled away. That one misses low. I believe that'll be a 2-2 count now. 2-2. Down to their final strike. That is rolled over. The second baseman fires over to first, and that will do it. A tremendously disappointing offensive output for the Minnesota Twins. Chicago won the battle that I thought that they would have to win. Both starters looked really good in this one, but the relievers broke down, and it was the Minnesota Twins reliever who could not get the job done, issued far too many walks, gave them extra runners, and then what an awful game. I don't have a rooting interest, but it's a little bit of a bummer when it's that anticlimactic. At least the Reds had to come back from 2 down. Ryan Rayburn, 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI on the day. Jeremy Wright gets the win. Lance Cormier gets the loss, 1-0 and 0-1. 5 runs in the top of the 6th. Let's take a look at the box score really quickly, because we want to look at... Lincecum went 4.1 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. And we're going to take a look at the starter. Hernandez had 8 strikeouts in 4.2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks. And he drops his ERA significantly, but I think he cut it almost in half exactly. Cormier, 2 walks. So I guess it wasn't as bad, but he kept falling behind batters, and that's where the problems really start to pile up. And one of them, I think, was a real bad 4-pitch walk. So the White Sox win that one 5-1, or 5-0, excuse me. The Royals beat the Rays to improve to 6-4. They are 3. They win 3-1. And then where are... Oh, and the Tigers fell to 5-6. So Cleveland leading that division. Who am I forgetting? Twins, Royals, Guardians, Tigers. Okay, there we go. I just wasn't putting them in the correct order. All right, going to the final game of the day. It's the Rangers taking on the Mariners. Seattle 2-1 at home, 5-1 on the road. So 6 games on the road, 3 games at home. Who has all the home series? Texas has been on the road for 7 of their 10 games. I like that comparison. Like when they showed those stats, I think it's really helpful. Rangers 6-4, the Mariners 7-2. We're in Safeco Field. That's right, back when it was Safeco before it was T-Mobile Park, which it will be for who knows how long. T-Mobile Park. I guess we can read the Wikipedia. Oh, they had the... Oh, that's right. They had that cool outdoor... The NHL Winter Classic. Seating capacity. Here's the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers. Center fielder Matt Kemp. First baseman Adam LaRoche. Right fielder Jay Bruce. Second baseman Dan Ugla. Third baseman Ian Stewart. Designated hitter Dan Johnson. Shortstop Ian Desmond. Catcher Mike Napoleon Dynamite. And left fielder Milton Bradley. The Penn Hall of Fame. Statues, notable events. Oh, Jeff Neiman. 1-0, no ERA, 3 innings. Sorry, I was looking at T-Mobile Park. My bad. 1 game, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So we get to see the Mariners in their seafoam green. Actually, a pretty good color matchup with the Texas Rangers wearing their blue tops. That pitch is in for a strike. Toward the 90s. Name change took effect 2019. Strike 1. It doesn't say how long it goes for. I guess I could just look that up specifically. How long will T-Mobile Park be called T-Mobile Park? Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. Let's see. 25-year naming rights deal. And that was December 19th, 2018. So, yeah. 2044? There you go. All right, so 1 away for the Mariners. Thankfully putting on their Northwest green tops. As that pitch misses outside. Our 4th and final game of the day. A couple of extra inning games already. One went to 4 innings, the other went to 6. I'll let you decide which one was better. Probably the 4-inning game, because boy, those offenses were bad, but the pitching was really good. It's fair to say that both can be... It's like, man, there were some nice... I was like watching the Cougars and the Beavers last week. There were some great defensive plays by the Oregon State Beavers, but good God, did the Washington State Cougars offense look awful. Just awful. That is foul. Woo-hoo, just foul. Curved out. This has that old stadium thing where the hometown scoreboard, is that what it would be called? The scoreboard, I guess, as he works a walk in that one. Is the normal height that it is, but it's forward and on the wall, and it's not a home run unless you get it over it. It's very stupid. Thankfully, they fixed it. That pitch misses low. It would be unfortunate to not enjoy playing in your home ballpark because of that stupid little score thing. And T-Mobile has like kind of a weird spot out in that left field corner. So that is in for a strike. Where it's flat and then comes in. And there's this little before the foul line. So it has this little spot where you could just kind of dump a home run in there. It's very weird. But no one can hit there, so. Two and one. First batter was a strikeout victim. The second batter worked a walk. Batter number 3 looking at a 2-2 count after that very nice curveball gets the bottom of the zone. That's fouled away. That is smacked out to center, but not nearly deep enough. Caught, and that'll return the runner back to first. The throw is into second. So 2 outs here for Dan Ugla. Oh, that's right. I forgot his picture was like, okay, are we done now? Did you get it? Righty winds and fires. That one stays inside. Ball 1. That is hit well, but foul. That's foul. That one, foul up the third baseline. Ooh, just got it off the end of the bat. That one's foul. So staying alive here with 2 strikes. Can the Mariners starter find the put-away pitch? Not on that one. That holds it away. 3, 4 foul balls in a row. That pitch stays way outside. I like the pitch selection. I don't know if I like the location, but he's been swinging. See if you can bait him to swing at something that's not really close. Good eye by the Rangers batter. Thought about it that time, but pulls it back. Check swing. Makes it 3-2, so in danger of walking his second batter of the inning. It is going to get down. They're just going to go station to station. The runner had slowed up as they put the runner in motion with a full count. And this is where these innings can get a little funky, get a little dangerous. Ian Stewart's going to come in. 385 on the season. 5 RBI. These single-out innings are just that last at-bat from Uglo was really good. Fouled off several pitches. Finally found something to hit. The guy at second. When the ball goes up the third base line, they do not run. It's very weird. They also might not have had the speed. I think that's part of it as well. That one low in the dirt, so 2-0. Got away from him on the first one. Able to get there, or able to keep it in front of him the second time around. That is hit out to left. Got under it just a little bit. Left fielder waits. And it drops into the glove for out number 3. So Texas threatens a little bit. And Seattle's able to escape. 3 AL West teams represented between Ian Kinsler at second base. Kurt Suzuki, the catcher. Ichiro in right field. Arameus Ramirez? Armas? Third baseman. Left fielder Scott Harrison. Designated hitter Jose Tabata. First baseman Travis Hafner. Shortstop Reed Brignac. Center fielder Melky Cabrera. Look at that very old, not even like replay, but just like David Price is going to start the game 2-0 with 2 starts, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts on the season, no ERA. Matt Kemp out in center field. So we take a look at the Texas Rangers defensive lineup. Ian Kinsler will face the lefty. That pitch stays outside. Big swing and a miss on that pitch. Evens it up at 1-1. That one stays high. Sails on him a little bit. Ball 2. That is hit well out to left field. That is going to get all the way to the wall. Kinsler's going to round first. Throw comes into the cutoff man, and that'll be a leadoff double. And that'll give Kurt Suzuki an opportunity with a runner in scoring position. And Ichiro's behind Suzuki, so that pitch misses low for ball one. Good opportunity here for Seattle early. Winds and fires in for a strike. Looked pretty good for Suzuki, but hey, he's a professional baseball hitter and I am merely a commentator. Here comes the 1-1. It's low for ball two. Suzuki in control of this, or ahead in this count, and hasn't even taken the bat off his shoulder. That one misses low. Okay. 3-1. Peter loves aggression. Price has really only thrown one good pitch. That is hit to the second baseman. He'll fire over to first. The runner does advance over to third. So a productive at-bat. And now we get the lefty-lefty matchup with Ichiro coming up. He has a home run just for fun. How eager were they to get that animation in the game? He's going to hit it to second. They're going to come home with it. He is out. Out at the... Man, out at home plate. It's a really nice throw. That pitch misses low and outside. Ichiro does a good job to at least get contact on the ball, see if he can force him maybe into a bad throw or whatever. He'll be on first. He does have a stolen base. Be interesting to see if they can put him into motion. That is a big old hack at a pitch that... Bit of a hanger there, so it looked like... We could just... Bam. We're ready. We're itching. We're aching for it. We're ready to get back in the box. Maybe we'll do a... whatever it's called. Diamond Dynasty mini-season. 2-1. 2 away. That one is hit to the first baseman. He'll step on the bag as Ichiro slides into second. Doesn't matter. One hit for each team. They put runners in scoring position but can't cash in. Good job by the pitchers on both sides to shut those threats down. Dan Johnson will lead off for the Texas Rangers here in the second inning. That is... Ooh, boy. That's one of those outs where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. Robbed at first. Nice play at the hot corner for the Mariners. And there's one away. That is in. Just clips that bottom of the zone. Strike number one. That is foul up the third base side. Big curveball misses outside. That one misses outside as well. Readies and fires. Swing in. Swung on and missed. Or swing and a miss. That is strike 3. Mike Napoli and Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite coming on in here. 231 average. Does have a home run. 3 RBIs on the year. 2 away here in the top of the second. We have another pitcher's duel brewing here in Seattle. That one's outside. Ball 1. Oh, that is cracked out to right. Ichiro makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. Hairston, Tabata, and Hafner coming up for the Mariners. Bottom 2. He has a 1,000 average. Last time I said that, it didn't go very well. But I don't remember him in the lineup the last time we saw, so that's where some of those averages get a little bit funky. David Price readies and fires. That is in for a strike. The inside corner of the zone. Hit well but foul. Wasn't actually hit that well. It was just way up there. Swing and a miss. So Hairston set down on strikes, and that's 1 away for the Mariners. Jose Tabata. Okay, yeah, a little more, a little smoother. That pitch is outside for a ball. That's in for a strike. High inside corner. 1-1. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Top 2 teams in the American League West as Price clips that bottom part of the zone to make it 1-2. Tabata hasn't swung the bat. Just standing there to a 1-2 count. That is hit but foul. That misses low and outside. Ball 2. 2-2. Is that what we're... Yes, that's what we are working with. That is hit nicely out to left. Splits the gap perfectly and finds a single out there. Very interesting angle there that it gave us. Everything in like on 1/3 of the screen, and then the rest of it's just dead space. Travis Hafner. A couple of home runs on the season, batting .250. 1 on, 1 out. That is up the third base line with foul. That was a good look at that little corner I was talking about. Flat and then comes in before the foul line. Thought about swinging, but able to hold it back. The pitch stays inside, so it is ball number 1. That one stays inside, and I'm surprised we did not get the hit animation. But well, I guess it could just be the angle of it. Either way, it's 2-1. That one misses 3-1. The lefty. Well, lefty looking pretty good against the lefty pitcher. That will be hit foul. Foul. That one's fouled away to stay alive. Full count. Couple of foul balls in a row for the batter. He is going to get robbed at first. Second robbery we've seen at first. One for each side. Brignac steps in. Not great for Seattle to have a couple of lefty-lefty matchups at the bottom, or toward the bottom of this order. Though Price hasn't been particularly effective. A lot of balls thrown by him. Mariners a little lucky they didn't get doubled up at first. I don't know that this game has the smoothness of animations. The smoothness... Yeah. Animation smoothness, maybe where the words should go. Does feel a lot like as this popped out to the left for out number 3. Just feel like those doubles at first are a lot more luck than... A lot better. Yeah, more luck than good. Speaking of the Seattle Mariners, Milton Bradley leading off here for the Texas Rangers. Does feel a lot like those are like accidental, like they grab it and the turn gets them. It's weird. That pitch is inside for ball 1 from the righty. Scoreless game as we work the top of the 3rd inning. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying, having a good Friday afternoon. Evening. Night, I guess, at this point. That pitch misses outside and high. Two and one. Fouled away. That evens things up at 2-2. Not sure that would have been a strike if it went through, but doesn't matter now. Ooh, my goodness. Boy, did he get too cute with that one, and Milton Bradley made him pay. It's a solo shot to open up the scoring. 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. It looked like a curveball that just did not drop, and it was gone. Boy, a blink and you'll miss it. I believe 364. Matt Kemp steps in. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's in for a strike. Milton Bradley was hitting under 100. Maybe not the largest number of opportunities there at the bottom of the lineup. As we have seen the Rangers a couple of times. We saw them play the Athletics, and we saw them play... Here's the pitch, winds and fires, in for strike 2. Who hit the home run? I already forgot. Milton Bradley. Not to be confused with Parker Brothers, but... Where have we seen the Rangers? I guess it doesn't really matter. That one is... That's fair. Kicks off that outside part. Oh boy, Ichiro can throw. He's late. Boy, the animations really get kind of stuck. It is one of the bigger frustrations where you just want they want the game to have a sense of urgency. The Mariners actually got very lucky that hit off that little jut in the first base foul area, because it kicked the ball right over to Ichiro rather than going all the way to the corner where Kemp maybe could have turned that into a triple. And that was a single that was a dicey double. That gets the outside part of the zone. He went back to that curveball. He's already been punished with a left-handed hitter, or by a left-handed hitter on that pitch. Tries it again. 1-1. 1-0 here in the top of the third. Nobody out for the Texas Rangers. Goes back to the curveball. That misses low. 2-1 as he falls behind. That is past a diving first baseman. They are going to hold at third. I think that's a pretty smart play. Ichiro fires it in from right. 2 on, nobody out. They're going to bring in a left-handed pitcher here, Mitch Stetter. 4 games with a 1-0 record, a 4.50 ERA. Does have a couple of saves with 2 innings pitched. 4 strikeouts, no walks. And that'll put him against a lefty, Jay Bruce. And don't forget, the Mariners gave away a run with a play at the plate that was not close. Gets the bottom of the zone for strike number 1. Thought about swinging, but able to hold it back. That pitch misses outside. 1-1. So the Mariners need a little bit of what they did to Texas in that first inning. They need a ground ball, maybe something to hold the runner, or just fire it home, hoping that they go. 1-2. A strikeout would be huge here for the lefty. Goes inside, but it kind of crept back over the plate and also just sailed on him. Right on gone. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss, and that's a big out for Seattle. Because now you're talking about being able to play double play depth. But it is Dan Uggla, who is 1 for 1 with a single today. That pitch misses low. I'm guessing that's where we're going to see a lot of pitches here from this lefty. Low in the zone, trying to induce the double play. As the crowd cheers for the double. That's a strike. One and one out with 2 on. That is hit out to right. Going to be interesting to see. Oh, it's the center fielder that's going to get it. It's into right center. They're going to send the runner. He threw it in, and it's not even close. All right, cool. So Texas gets a sacrifice fly, and that'll be a 2-0 lead for the Rangers. Ian Stewart stepping in. Here's where those single out at a time innings can be so damaging to a team. Oh, it's the top of the third. Friggin' frick. That is a terrible time for Texas to take the lead. For some reason, I thought it was the top of the second. That pitch misses outside. One and one. That one, oof, boy, that's a dangerous pitch. Gets the take to make it 2-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. Just needs one good strike here. The Mariners are blooping a blast away as that one's lined up the third base side foul. That one fouled away. Big swing and a miss. Nice pitch selection there. And a good job by the manager to bring in a couple of a lefty to face a couple of lefties. Cabrera, Kinsler, Suzuki, Ichiro would be in that fourth spot if they're able to get there. We'll see what happens. Down 2. See if they can do anything against the lefty for Texas. He's ready. Oh, a big. That's that's an aggressive swing there. That was very low in the zone, or out of the zone probably. 0-1, so it doesn't really matter where it was. That is hit past the first baseman. Angle makes it a little bit tough to tell. That animation can be pretty brutal. It's like they figured out the gap between the glove hand and the thigh. They're like, what if we use this for evil? Well, there's your bloop. If you're a Seattle Mariners fan, Ian Kinsler 1 for 1 with a double. He tried to score. He got thrown out at home. Good take on the pitch low. Price hasn't been particularly effective in the strike zone. He's fallen behind a lot of batters. I think he'd take another Ian Kinsler double. They are going to put a runner in motion, and that is a no-doubter. Seattle ties it at 2 off the veteran signage. Okay, so now it gets interesting. Suzuki is going to come in here. We get 3 replays of the swing on that one. As it flies into the night sky off the veterans signage. And nobody out. Suzuki had a bit of a slower developing at bat the first time he was up. And probably a good job to take that one there. I mean, how many times have I swung big after like a big home run? It's just like it's just miserable. That is going to get into the gap, and that is going to bring Ichiro to the plate with a winning run in scoring position. Center fielder gets it in pretty nicely. Cut off and safe at second. Maybe starting to understand why this team is 7-2. It's Ichiro. A .222 average, 1 home run, a couple of RBI. Ichiro takes a strike, bottom of the zone. 0-1. That is foul. Oh, man. Foul up the third baseline. Would have been interesting to see if they sent him or not. Not exactly sure what the speed is for Kurt Suzuki. That is going to go over to first. I believe that's what Ichiro did. That was What happened? What happened there? So there's one out. Suzuki doesn't have a ton of speed. This pathing that the AI took was so bizarre. We'll kind of follow it around here. Why are you not letting me... Oh, this camera. This game's camera. He misses first base, and then has to turn around. Whoop. And then gets the out. Alright, so here we go. One away. Could a fly ball win it? Sacrifice fly. That pitch stays outside. Ball one. The winning run 90 feet away in this AL West divisional rivalry. Price readies and fires. Good patience here to work the count to 2-0. Last thing you want is a big swing that's an easy out. How aggressive is the swing here with 2-0? Fastball in the back of your head. He rolls over. He's going to dive back to third. It's picked on a hop. And that is out number 2. Scott Harrison is going to step in. Not a great result. Suzuki doesn't have a ton of speed, as we saw in the pause menu. But that didn't have any shot of scoring a run. That pitch is outside. Fouled away. Aggressive swing there. That makes it 2-1. As the crowd gets back into it. That one misses inside. 3-1. So good job here to work the count in your favor. Here's that aggressive computer count. 3-1. Winning run 90 feet away. Fouled away. Full count. That is hit. Out to right. Will it get down? It will! The Mariners win in a walk-off fashion! Let's go! Suck it, Texas! I mean, unbiased commentator here. Wow, what a game. Eat poop, Rangers. Yeah, throw your glove, you whiny baby. Let's go! Wow. Ian Kinsler, 2 for 2, a home run and a double. Did get thrown out at home, which wasn't fun, but does come up with the big game-tying blast. And a nice full count walk-off single. Mitch Stetter improves to 2-0. David Price falls to 2-1. Bradley with his second home run for Texas. Kinsler with his first home run for Seattle. So there you have it. Our fourth and final game is complete. 3-2 your final. Your notables: Milton Bradley 1 for 1 with a solo shot. Ian Kinsler 2 for 2 as your player of the game. Oh, pardon me. Let's get you caught up on some scores and we will get you out of here. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. This was not the best game of the week, but it was a good one. What will the best game of the week be? You'll find out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time on the channel. We left off here with the White Sox and the Twins. The Astros, they beat the Cubs 2-1. The Cardinals beat the Pirates 1-0. That's another 1-0 game. And hey, another one. The Diamondbacks beat the Dodgers 1-0. And another 1-0 game as the Angels beat the Athletics. Padres over the Rockies 3-0. Mariners over the Rangers 3-2. And that will do it for today. I'm guessing that the Giants... Yeah, they fell to the Phillies. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We will go ahead and sim to the date because all those games are done. And we will have more action for you Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Again, we'll have that game of the week. And we'll, Saturday or game of the week. Sunday, you got the stream Sunday through Tuesday. We get to finish Dispatch this week after the pretty awesome ending of episode 6. So that'll be fun. And we'll probably jump into some other content for that Wednesday 6 p.m. slot. So stick around for that. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching as we get this save set and ready. Yeah, there you go. Taste test tomorrow. It's a big one. It's the most expensive item I've ever had on the show. So if you'd like to see that, check that out. Thank you again for watching. Good sports. Go Mariners. Go team. Go baseball. That's what I keep saying. And we'll see you later. Good night.